Hello and welcome back to Invincible Asia. I'm George from Movie Misfit, and today I get to check out the German Blu-ray release of Jackie Chan's The Prisoner, Island of Fire. Now this 1990 production from Kevin Chu Yen Ping is somewhat of a Marmite movie for Hong Kong film fans and Jackie Chan fans for different reasons. It's not the greatest Jackie Chan movie. It's not really a Jackie Chan movie, although he has been used as the biggest name, of course, to promote the movie across the world on its release since for the last 30 years. My gosh, wow. So when I saw this wonderful Blu-ray on Amazon Germany, I had my eye on it for some time, and the price was kind of up and down, and I kind of thought, well, I actually have already got 3 versions of the movie, so I was kind of in no rush. You can understand why. The first was this release on VHS. I can't remember when I picked it up, but it would have been kind of mid-90s. Yeah, definitely 93, 94, 95, around then. And I loved the look of it. Was amazing. The Prisoner, I didn't know that it was initially called Island of Fire or Island on Fire in some other territories. But this, as I've put a sticker here, was the 97th video in my collection back then when I was about 14 or 15. But yeah, this is the VHS. It's a fantastic box, and it makes it look like a hell of a movie, which it has. It does have its moments inside. Again, you can see yeah, but they make it out that Jackie is, it says, an undercover cop, an investigation, a mistake, he's dead meat, and they make it seem like Jackie is the undercover cop. When I watched the movie, of course, Tony Leung was the undercover cop in it. But yes, that was the VHS. Then later on they transferred that video release to their to DVD. So I have picked that up again because I really love this cover. Now it always confused me why they didn't put Tony Leung here instead of the prison warden. I can't remember his name right now, but it would have been nice to see. And I think in some original artwork with this writing's taken away. He's actually moved over here and Tony is in there. But I do love that cover, and it is pretty cool. The quality of this, I remember not being amazing, but I just thought I got it for a couple of quid off eBay. I thought I gotta have that one because the cover is there. And then of course there is also the Hong Kong Legends release with this really shitty cover, using some Jackie Chan promotional art. I really expected more from them, to be honest. And I'm sure and I hope if 88 Films go down the route of releasing this on Blu-ray, I know that we're obviously going to get some amazing artwork on their behalf. But yes, with this one you had some deleted scenes, an extensive deleted footage gallery, trailers, an interview with Sammo Hung and Jimmy Wang Yu and Kevin Chu. So I mean those deleted scenes on there were no doubt from the uncut Taiwanese version, and that uncut Taiwanese version is why I picked up this Blu-ray. Well, not the only reason. I did want to see it in full HD. I really do have a soft spot for the movie. I wish it was better. There's a lot of good stuff in it, and there's a lot of scenes that are highly memorable. And of course, there's a lot of stories going around as to why this movie was made. One being that Kevin Chu was in some sort of financial despair, and his good friend, of course, Jimmy Wang Yu, who also produced and stars in the movie, called a few friends and a few favors in to make this movie. And of course, those friends were Jackie, Sammo, and Tony Leung, as well as a few others. But yeah, this here it's got both titles on here, of course, The Prisoner, Island of Fire, and it's kicking about there on Amazon Germany anywhere from $11.99 to $16.99 depending on the time of day. This is a 2-disc special edition, and it also, and this is again why I got excited, because the first thing on the extras list is the 30-minute longer Taiwanese version that runs for an hour and 120 minutes, but only in SD, which is a pity because obviously it's the Blu-ray version and I got excited. But the Hong Kong edit, the Hong Kong release, which is much shorter, 96 minutes in length, is in full HD, obviously presented in full HD. But the 30-minute longer version is SD, so I haven't yet seen it. I don't know the quality of that. I will let you know. The other problem was that the full HD version of the 96-minute cut is only available in German and Cantonese language, but with German subtitles. There's no English subtitles on this for the Hong Kong version in full HD. But with the longer Taiwanese version, you do have English language and English subtitles, which excites me to no end, and that's why I wanted to sort of splash out for this one. There's 21 minutes of interviews in there, which I'm guessing could possibly be the same collection of interviews from there. There's a trailer, and there is an interview with Kevin Chu. I say that's all there is with it, but at the same time, I'm kind of excited to finally get to see this full-length version. Now, this is from the infamous Koch Media of Germany, who like to release a lot of things without English subtitles. Inside, we have got the 2 discs here, which is quite nicely done. I'm enjoying this, and it looks like a reversible cover. So I'm going to slide that on out there, and the only difference, of course, once again, is that this rating is now missing on this side. So I'll just open that one for you, and I'm going to pop that back in without the rating, because I'm a big boy now and I don't need ratings. I don't need to be told what age I should be to watch a movie. So yes, lovely wee setup. Looks a bit more like Alcatraz there on the disc. The prison in use. Okay, the only thing I can do now is go and put this up against the 2 DVDs that I have, and I will put up, obviously I think the Blu-ray HD version of the Hong Kong cut is going to blow these out of the water, but it would be nice to see how well the quality of the longer Taiwanese version is against these UK DVD releases. So I'll be right back. So just back after checking out the Koch Media German Blu-ray release of Jackie Chan's The Prisoner, aka Island on Fire, Island of Fire. Jackie Chan is the prisoner. Of course, if you know the movie at all, it's not a Jackie Chan movie. This is a Tony Leung Kai-Fai movie. Jackie Chan co-stars, as does Sammo Hung and Andy Lau, and even producer Jimmy Wang Yu, the late Jimmy Wang Yu. This, I have to say, I watched twice in one night. I watched the Blu-ray version of the Hong Kong cut, and I watched the full Taiwanese version, the extended Taiwanese version, which came in an SD version on the second disc, and I have to say both blew me away. The Hong Kong edit, which I've seen of course on these particular DVDs and on the video of The Prisoner, this DVD, sorry, only offers the English dub, which is grand. I mean, I still enjoyed watching it. It was just like watching the video transfer put onto DVD. And the Hong Kong Legends release of the DVD, it does give you the Mandarin language options there, with of course the extensive deleted footage gallery, which is then of course intact with the longer Taiwanese version. The quality on the Island of Fire, or the Hong Kong Legends Island of Fire, is much better, of course, but the HD version on this was just spectacular. Totally felt like a whole new movie. It looked beautiful, the colors were strong, the sharpness was there. Now, I'm not talking like 4K or even 2K restored look as to what an idiot film's Blu-ray would look like, but still in full HD quality, and it looked amazing. I actually first watched the extended Taiwanese version, which was pretty much video quality, but highly watchable. I mean, I had no problems seeing what was going on. There was clean subtitles there, and there's it's about 30 minutes more. Let's say at a push, 30 minutes more, but much more enjoyable than the Hong Kong edit. Definitely a lot more compelling. Definitely a lot darker, and it lets you see kind of get into the backgrounds of these main characters and their stories a lot more than what the Hong Kong edit that runs at 93 minutes does. But I watched it first, loved it, and then I watched the HD version of the Hong Kong edit, only in Cantonese. Of course, there's no English subtitles with that particular disc, but it was just wow. Really loved it. There were certain things that I could see finally in this movie that I couldn't see through these DVD, especially the VHS, but through these DVD edits and even on the extended version, there were moments that the cinematography really popped out. There were moments where certain scenes had more going on than what you could see, and thanks to the HD transfer, it's quite clean. Actually, it's a very clean print, but as I say, the only thing that's lacking is the English subtitles, because you only have the German or Cantonese language options. But that's fine. I had just watched it, the whole thing, with English subs, so to see it again, I knew exactly what was going on. That was fine. But for me, this gets a double thumbs up. The interviews that are on there are exactly the same interviews that are on the Hong Kong Legends one. That's with Jimmy Wang Yu, the late Jimmy Wang Yu, whose interview is in English. It's the only one in English. And then you've Sammo Hung and Kevin Chu on there, who are speaking Cantonese, but this time with German subtitles. If you have the Hong Kong Legends DVD, you'll be able to go back and watch that with English subtitles there, of course. There's also a text interview on there, which I couldn't read because it was all in German. But the interviews with the three guys, with Sammo, Kevin and Jimmy, run anywhere between 5 to 8 minutes each. I forgot to also mention that with that extended Taiwanese version, if you already have the Island of Fire Hong Kong Legends DVD, there is a lot of those deleted scenes are on there. So you are able to see it, but to be able to watch it in its full entirety just seemed a lot more complete. Of course it did, and it worked. I find it worked much better, and I can only hope that 88 Films get round to releasing this with both edits in a 2 or 4K restored deluxe edition, let's hope, because I think it is quite an underrated movie. Yes, it's flawed and it's quite dark and it's not perfect by any means, but for me at the moment this is the best version I have ever seen of this movie, and it really stood out for me, and it is definitely fantastic buy. I'm glad I finally have it in my collection. In terms of the other extras there is, I believe, trailers. There's a Hong Kong trailer and another trailer, an international trailer possibly. But yeah, it definitely for me gets a thumbs up. I will be going back to this again, whether it's through the HD Blu-ray release or through the extended Taiwanese SD version, because I had a great time watching them and definitely found it a much more pleasing viewing experience than ever watching any of the DVD or VHS releases of Island of Fire. But yes, for me, so glad to have it finally, and really love that extended Taiwanese version. Much more compelling and such a better movie than the Hong Kong edit, because it just gives you a wee bit more and gets you a bit more involved. So definitely worth the buy for me. So there we have it, folks. If you haven't already, please head on over to invincibleasia.com, where you can check out as many full movie reviews on these movies from my collection that I can possibly write about. Follow me on Instagram at InvincibleAsia and at Movie Misfit, where I post bullet reviews and other things that I simply cannot put to video. And don't forget to like, subscribe and ring the bell here on the YouTube channel, as well as checking out all my other content. Thank you so much for your support, and until next time, enjoy your Kung Fu, and I will see you soon.